Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and you have to, never mind me today. Trying to wake up still. Today is Share a Beer 439. It's Tuesday, of course, November 21st, 2017, and welcome to our virtual pub table. Right now we have Bum and we have Tom. How you doing, Bum?
I'm doing good. Waiting for Mark to join.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if he's going to be in. I'm wondering because
did he mention anything about not being able to, or I didn't hear him say anything?
I know I didn't hear him say anything either, but he canceled his Sunday show for 2 weeks, including this past Sunday. And he did say why this past Sunday. Mm-hmm. But the next Sunday was family, so I'm wondering if that's going to run into him joining the show here. We'll see, Let me post a link there in the chat. We've got some people waiting anxiously and patiently. So there's the link in the chat. And how you doing, Tom? What's up, man?
I'm doing great, man. Just chilling, enjoying the day. Have a couple of beers. Shoot the shit.
Yeah, I've got some tea here, so if I go pinky out, it's a pretty foo-foo tea too. It's I don't know. Some of these teas got so many, they got so many syllables in them and so many words in them. I forget the names. You know what I'm saying? But it's
hey guys,
some kind of know. Some blah 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 chai or whatever in the hell, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but yeah, when it comes to teas, I get all foo-foo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like you've had ginger tea.
Ginger tea, yeah, I've had like lemon ginger and stuff like that. Yeah, I like to get the different flavors.
It's awesome. Hey, you just get regular.
Joe, I'm going to throw you for a curveball tonight.
You have a beer?
Not one.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Not two.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
But we're finishing off the 12 pack.
And you've got the that's the Alaskan.
It's basically the Alaskan 12 pack that I've been kind of drinking out of. I got the white IPA, the amber, and the Ice Bay IPA.
Oh, right on. Good. And what do you think? Which one are you having right now?
I'm just getting ready. I'm going to grab one out of the bottle, case at random. We're going to go with the white IPA.
Okay.
Got a nice tall glass here.
Yeah, let's see what you think, man.
Oh, I got to get my Ace of Spades.
I'm not sure if I've had the Alaskan white IPA. I have.
They're good. I like them. I'll no smoke, but that's okay. Still,
well, it's okay to some people.
Well, I know smoke is preferred on the show. It's white IPA, but I think they also call it a blonde, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Not much of a head to it. Smell the spice. I just can't nail it down what it is.
Is it like some sort of nutmeg, maybe, or
yeah,
orange peel?
Yeah, probably like a little bit of orange peel and nutmeg, maybe.
You've got 59.
It says India Pale Ale brewed with spice. Let's see. That's usual warning.
We got 59,000 total ratings. 561 in the last 30 days.
Yeah. It's 6% alcohol by volume. It doesn't have IBUs on the label, by the way.
We're showing 15, but this is this I bet you is from 2010. So 3.52 rating.
Okay.
But it says you have Alaskan White Ale has a soft, slightly sweet base with the unique spice aroma of coriander and
that's what it is.
So you got the coriander. Okay. and crisp
Corey.
citrus finish of orange peel. A light and effervescent. Boy, there's a lot of syllables in that. You know what? If they start to go any more than 2 syllables, man, that's it. The word's out, son. We're beer drinkers, damn it.
He's like F.
Yeah, F for and yeah, don't do that to me, man. Come on. Effervescent body combined with a smooth palate creates a complex and delicate beer that is deliciously refreshing and in any season. So
I think I'd call it a good lawnmower beer, that's for sure.
yeah, it looks like a good session beer. Classified as a wit beer, so but yeah, it seems like a decent beer. I have not had that particular one from Alaskan. I've had the amber.
I got a bolt for a minute.
Okay, I've had the amber. I've had several beers from Alaskan, just not the that one he's having now, the white.
Are they from Alaska?
Yeah, Alaska.
Oh, they are. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they're actually in Anchorage. Let me see.
All right.
Let's see. Oh no, Juno. Yeah, Juno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the capital, right?
Yeah, you beat me to it, Tom. That's the capital of Alaska.
Hey, Juno, they're in Alaska, man. Hey, you know.
Do you know that?
You know that? Did you know that? That's. I wonder. Now, I didn't know. Is that a running joke? Like, if you're in Juneau, Alaska, is that the thing? The same thing with Idaho. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you get tired of hearing that? If you're
same thing with Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. So if you're in Juneau, I've never even thought about that before. I've heard Juneau, Alaska a bunch too, because I've got some buddies that I worked with for a long time, and they lived in Alaska for a little while. Hey, Juneau, Alaska. Hey, Juneau, what you know, man? Huh?
You don't know?
Hey, you don't know? Hey, you never heard of it, man? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that, man. I actually now Juneau, Alaska is my favorite place. You know what I'm saying?
Joe's gonna go there just for that.
Just for that, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, do you know where I'm at?"
Sorry, I had bolt, guys. I had to get my dinner out of the oven.
Yeah, I'll have to. Actually, I love that, right? I love that. I'm all over that. I don't let go of. I've had models that were from Idaho. They're like, dude, if you even begin to say it, I'm gonna kill you. And I'm like, what? Idaho? Idaho, Idaho. Idaho,
Idaho. Idaho, Idaho.
They're like, you know what I'm saying? I just love that, man.
Well,
Hey,
Joe, it's either that or you got Ohio, round on either end and high in the middle.
Oh. Yeah, that works, huh? It's not as good as Juneau, man. Juneau?
Yeah.
Juneau's about the best. I have to admit that. Juneau, because you could say it with like an accent and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And really,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And see, that's what I say all the time. People tell me that's what I say, yeah.
And you don't know if you're talking Juneau, like Juneau what's going on, or is it you talking about Juneau, Alaska?
Yeah, that was great. Hey, Bum, what are you having, man?
My warm-up beer tonight was another Bad Labatt's in a nice Penguins can. Yet another one.
We had a conversation about Labatt's on this weekend. We did a pop-up weekend show, and
I did watch that. I watched I was on.
You were in the chat.
Yeah, briefly, and then I had to go CP by. But I have a confession to make. The Labatt's that I had on here last week, the big 24-ounce can, Labatt Blue Light, with the Penguins can, that was a 2016 can. I didn't even realize that. I just bought it at the.
No charge.
Oh.
It's the Labatt's. They're coming in.
Yeah.
The internet went out again.
Yeah.
ISIS.
So you said it was a 2016 and you didn't realize.
I didn't. I bought it at the store just recently, and I thought it was a brand new one. Didn't pay attention, and when I went to take my Untapped picture, I looked and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's the same damn can as last year." And sure enough, I already had one up on my shelf. But here's the scary thing: I didn't notice a difference in taste last week. It wasn't. That's how. I don't know if that's a testament. Maybe they can say, well, their beer, the taste doesn't change even if it's a year old.
Hey,
but
yeah.
but then again, that beer is so bad tasting you don't even notice the difference when it's a year old.
Yeah, when you're already at the bottom or near the bottom, like you can only go up. You can't go farther down. You just go up.
Yeah. So what that also means is I have to go out now and purchase another 24-ounce can this year's and consume it, which I thought I was through all this, but I guess I'm not.
But just when I think I'm out, they bring me back in. Right? Yeah.
So anyway, as far as my main beer tonight, this wonderfully colored,
looks good,
Great Lakes beer that I'm having.
I like the glass.
It's courtesy of my buddy Bubba, who you guys met on here a few months ago. He gave me this sample.
Nice.
Oh, barley wine.
Great Lakes barrel aged barley wine, 2017, limited edition, 2,500 bottles. This is bottle number 2018 of 2,500.
And I'll find that.
It's brewery only, Andrew.
Oh, that sucks.
It's brewery only.
You're right next door then.
Well, no, I'm right next door to a friend who has Great Lakes reps come into his bar. So
that's what he is.
So a few months ago, I had one of the same series. It was the barrel aged. It was the Raspberry Alberta Clipper, I believe.
Ooh,
I had that on the show, but I'll leave it to you to look it up, Joe.
So is that Project X or?
No, it's just called Barrel Aged Barley Wine, 2017. Okay.
How do you feel about it?
It's almost like the Founders DKML with these, unless it's a stout. Like, I'm really getting nothing other than the bourbon.
Yeah,
I love barley wines, but the bourbon overpowers just about everything in a lot of these beers.
Yeah, they have to be aged a little bit, I think.
Yeah, those are kind of beers you got to age.
Yeah, what was your question, Tom?
What's the ABV on it? Because I imagine that's a pretty strong brew.
It's not. There's virtually no information on the bottle.
Yeah, I have to admit.
Other than 2017. I believe on Untapped it was listed as 10 something, which is
wow.
Well, considering that it's a bourbon barrel aged and considering that it's a barley wine, that's fairly low for a barley wine.
It's fairly low for a barley wine.
Wow. Well, it's not in the
Whoa. Is that you? Is that?
That's Joe.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Joe did something.
There's a quick remix for the night.
ISIS Strikes Joe, yeah. That's the Joe D remix.
Yeah.
Joe D remix.
There we go.
Joe D, we got a remix for you now.
Did I go under what was I saying? Did I go into
It was a repeat. Just put a beatbox with it. You got it down.
No charge for that. There's no charge for that. You can just use that at will.
Joe's just an underground DJ. We have
that's it.
It's Joe D underground DJ.
Yeah, that's it. It just comes out like
he does what he does. Not only does he do wedding shoots, he also DJs wedding dances.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a duo right there.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see. We have. I finally found it. That's weird. I had to search Google and then I found it on Untapped through Google. But looking on Untapped itself, I wasn't finding it. That's weird. In any case, though, 1,400 totals on here, 60 in the last 30. 10.2 ABV, no IBUs rated on here. 3.9.
They aged it for 12 months. That's a long.
Yeah, it's already aged a year. Our caramel-colored barley wine matures to a bold, lively brew with a smooth, velvety taste and a mellow hop nose. It gives wait till next year a whole new meaning. So how long can you wait for a taste? So, hey, your beer looks exactly like these pictures here.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of those photos there are people who are having it on tap at the brewery.
At the brewery, yeah.
Nice bottle though. I like the bottle that it came in.
Yeah, I've been trying not to do this too much, but I held on to the other one, the Alberta Clipper, and I think I'm going to hang on to this one too. It's silk screened, and that's more prone for me to keep it.
Yeah, there's some bottles that you just have to keep. I don't keep as many as I was, but
it becomes hoarding after a while.
Well, it's all hoarding, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be clear. I mean,
it's just controlled hoarding.
It's varying degrees of hoarding.
Yeah, it's just we put a different word on it. We call it collecting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's hoarding. I mean, come on. Yeah, you could go either way on it, right? Tomato. It's the same thing. We're just yeah, it's just a little more controlled. You hope, right? I mean. It's but no, there's certain bottles. I mean, I have tons of glasses everywhere. I mean, when you start to get so many beer glasses that you have to have more cabinets for them, like, come on,
Yeah.
Is that normal? You know what I'm saying? This is not, maybe for some people. You know what I'm saying? I know someone that collects eggs, right? So you go over there and there's a lot of eggs, not actual chicken eggs. But the eggs, and they empty them out and they paint on them, or they have crystal eggs, or just different egg shapes.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know people that collect spoons. As a matter of fact, there'll probably be one jumping in here in the chat in a while. An Italian lady that raised me. Yeah. and who I blame for all my hoarding.
Sure, blame your mother.
Exactly, blame somebody, because it ain't my fault. That's why it's not my fault. It's someone else's fault.
Cracking the amber.
And what do you have, Tom? We haven't even got
no smoke.
yet.
I'm drinking I've had this for like a year. Down the road. The darkest night Imperial Stout. It's they're like 30, 40 miles away from me. It's it's batch number 1. It's a pretty strong beer. I don't remember how strong it is.
And that's batch 1, huh? You got the first batch.
Because I think they're at number 3 right now. But it's one of those beers that they don't put the ABV on the bottle. I don't know why, but I think it's like 13, 14% or something, maybe even more than that. It's something crazy.
Well, yeah, we're and I think this might be this year's variant. Is that let's see. So there's a decent amount of ratings on here. You got 1,600, almost 1,700, 44 in the last 30 days, 14%, 64 IBUs, 4.06 beer.
It's like a blackstrap molassey kind of beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We have inspired by enigment.
Enigmatic.
And see, what are they doing? This is a beer. What are they doing? How many syllables in that? Like every letter is a syllable. That's ridiculous. Inspired by the enigmatic witch of Slavic sea, and they shouldn't have words that are spelled like that. That's ridiculous.
They want Joe. I think Untapped is trying to educate us.
Yeah, that's
on how to speak about beers.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's
technical
crazy.
terms. It's technical.
Yeah, like how are you supposed to read any of that when you're having a 14% beer?
Do what Greg does, Joe, when he's doing his reviews and he comes along something like that. Just say, you know what? Who writes this shit? I ain't reading the rest of that.
Does he complain about it too?
Constantly.
That's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, I'll just say that it had chocolate malts, blacks, prince.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, roasted barley and rye combined with a maelstrom of richy, complex sweetness. What are they doing here? What are they doing? I mean, look at this. It doesn't end. Look at all these syllables in these words, offset by subtle Chinook and Centennial hops.
About to say Chinook or Chinook if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to talk Army helicopter.
Yeah, it's like 14. You're drinking a 14% beer, right? You're probably had your first few gulps of it. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to the bottle or you're reading Untapped. And your eyes are crossing because it's a 14% beer. What are they doing here? When you get a Labatt's, they're just like, it's beer we think, right? The ingredients are beer. Or some yellow cold stuff in the can. Yeah, drink it cold, dumbass. You know what I'm saying?
Canadian Pilsner, that's it.
That's it. That's all they have on there, man. That's the description. They're like, yeah, have at it. And that's like a 5% beer. This one, 14%. Yeah, have fun reading this, dumb.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. What are they doing? What are they doing?
I remember reading that when I first got it, and I was like, really? Like, I just want to drink the damn beer, man. I want to read all this shit. It's the same stuff on the side of the bottle.
That sounds like the description for something they're trying to justify the price on.
It's like two paragraphs on the side of the bottle.
Oh my God, and it's small print. You got to go glasses with that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, what are you doing to me here? You're killing me. No, but I assume it's a damn good beer, right?
Yeah, it's a really good beer.
Yeah,
it's one of those base beers that they should barrel age, but they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so you could age that for quite some time, right?
I found it to be better when it was fresh, to be honest.
Oh, really? Okay, because of the hops.
Yeah, that's probably why.
So there is a nice little that hop presence. It's there. It's not. It doesn't.
Now it's kind of like it malted out a little. It malted out. The hop's not there to give it a little spice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that little kick, huh? Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Hey, Tom, I noticed you're drinking from a glass of what Joe picked up from the beer festival. It's got that lip to it where it's tipped back towards you a little bit at the top.
The Iku glass?
Right. Yeah, that's it. I picked one of those up finally, I think right before I went to Denver.
I love these glasses.
Yeah, that's a cool style. It really is. I don't know if it's good for for beers like that, I guess, because that one leans in though. That one, and it just really like if you get a good nose off of a beer like that for sure. I mean, a glass like that though.
I feel like it's like a cannon of smell.
Yeah, we were talking about it last Tuesday. What you were drinking from the glass that had that lip on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that glass I had it's kind of like a Samuel Adams. It starts out narrow at the bottom and then it goes wide.
Right.
And then just kind of stays wide, that particular glass.
Yeah, you're talking about the nitro one.
But no, not the nitro one. That nitro, that Sam Adams nitro one is pretty nice too. Cool. No, he's talking about the one that I got at Wood Boss.
Oh, yes.
I think it was Sam Adams that, knowing them, they spent $2 million to develop that glass design. I think they were the first brewery. They really pushed that for a while. Our new Pilsner glass, and it's like a Coke glass, a standard Coca-Cola glass has that last flare at the very edge.
A couple breweries have done that. I know Sam Adams has like that one glass everyone knows about, and then Dogfish has that other glass.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to say it. It's like Spigrella or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know those.
Yeah, I've never seen the Dogfish glass.
It has
I have one. I have one.
Then on the bottom it has the ribs, and then it.
Yeah, and it's also I think has the etching on the inside where it kind of helps the carbonation look of the beer.
Yeah,
it's got
one of those.
Some of the breweries
they got the laser etching in the bottom.
Yeah, that was a thing, and I don't know if it still is a thing, but that was a thing for some of the bigger breweries, some of the bigger craft breweries. They put a little etching at the bottom. If I'm not mistaken, that one has that shark at the bottom, and that's the etching that kind of rises and makes that real thin bubbled carbonation. If you, I think you have to be. I know the Sam Adams does that. Different little techniques with the with glassware, right? It's kind of interesting for me. So, what do you think of that second Alaskan that you're having there?
It's good, Joe. I mean, I would suggest this to anyone who's a regular of the show.
Right, and that's you're having the amber ale now, right?
Yep, this is the amber. I mean, very nice. It's not like it doesn't have like a really dark red to it, but it's almost like a borderline of a brown red kind of rollover. But it's got a hint of red in it, like
you can definitely see that.
You can see the red like towards the top, but probably within the lights I have, it's kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's.
But you can see the red in it.
It's definitely a solid beer in the amber category. That's for sure.
Right. It is a solid beer. I mean, ABV. Let me.
So you've got 156,000 total ratings on here for that beer. It's 1,800 in the last 30 days. 5.3% ABV.
Yep.
Showing here.
5.3 alcohol by volume. 18
IBUs, 3.59 rating. That is a drink all day beer. I'm telling you, man. If you've not had I think Alaskan Amber is their flagship beer. I think.
Okay. This was a 12-pack they picked up at Total Wine. A couple months ago.
Right. Yeah. I've had this one a bunch. It's a solid amber ale. I believe it's their. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's their. Let me see.
Because all these breweries, it's like they got so many good beers, but which one is, you could say, their cornerstone or their flagship? Which one do they really use?
Yeah, it looks like
which one is everyone's favorite?
$10.99 a 6-pack. That actually sounds a little pricey. I bet that
I bought the 12-pack mixture. It had four of each one, and that was, I think that was a more reasonable deal to buy. So I went with the 12-pack.
Right.
Because I looked at the white and the amber and the other one in the case and individually, and I kind of liked what I saw, liked what I read. So it's like, and I'm walking around Total Wine for about another 5 minutes. 12-pack.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I get three. I get 3 rows of Alaskans. This will be nice.
Yeah, they sometimes will refer to the beer being as their flagship. This is right off of their website, AlaskanBeer.com. Perfect. So in any case, let's find out what maybe there's some Alaska malt liquor drinkers. I don't know. Is malt liquor a big thing in Alaska? Have you seen any of that?
I know some parts of Alaska, drinking any kind of booze is illegal.
That's more like in your areas that would be akin to, say, Australia's outback, where you're very remote.
That was actually just a softball to Bum, really. Kind of.
Yep. Yeah, I see Billy D peeking in on the camera there.
Yeah, it's time for the malt liquor report. So
And Joe, we have amazing synchronicity once again, because we tell the world we did not plan this. We did not discuss the malt liquor report on the pre-show.
No.
You ask about malt liquor in Alaska. I don't know anything about malt liquor in Alaska, but I can tell you about malt liquor in Canada. And this gets into our sponsorship this week. I'm happy to report that we're going to be sponsoring the Malt Liquor Report for at least 3 or 4 more weeks straight here.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. What were we talking about before about hoarding old stuff?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember Molson Bredor malt liquor from Canada?
No.
Not offhand.
I just wish Mark was here. I'm going to have to post this on Google+. In the 1980s, Molson sold Molson Bredor.
Bredor.
Molson Bredor. And if you look carefully there, you can see the words malt liquor on that label.
I can see it. It's kind of blurry, but...
Yeah, it came right there at the bottom.
In the blue?
Of the label. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to take my word for it. So yeah, this was sold in the 1980s. I used to buy this, and this is the American bottle. And this
how did it taste years ago?
From what I remember, it's what, back then to me was super, super strong. But, it was probably like 6.something%. Yeah. But here is the Canadian version of the same bottle that I got on my trip to Canada.
Oh, okay.
And
it's got the blue stripe.
Yeah, and it's got the. You know what? That's not a stripe. This is featured on these Canadian bottles were returnable, and this is some kind of phenomenon of the reusable bottle.
It looks like a cardboard. Looks like a cardboard ring off of the dividers from the case.
But I mean, it's got the blue stripe on the foil on the top.
Oh yeah. Gotcha, Joe. Now I see. Yeah, the foil's different. And of course the label is bilingual,
French and English.
Yes,
for those that live in Quebec.
Yeah,
you live in the province of Quebec. Everything must be in French.
And here is a 6-pack holder.
Oh wow, yeah. Now we're getting geeky.
And once again,
the Bredor malt liquor. Yeah.
What were we talking about people with hoarding problems?
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you're organized and can come up with an item with 1 hour's notice, it's not hoarding.
Yeah, because now you can call yourself a collector and hold your pinky out.
Exactly. So Molson. I'm not sure when they stopped making it. I'm gonna guess maybe early 90s or so. But that was available widely here in the 80s, late 80s at the very least. I don't know when it was discontinued. So that's this week's sponsor for the Malt Liquor Report.
All right.
As to the Malt Liquor Report itself, we have a major long simmering feud flaring up again. This feud's been going on all year, but you know how fires can smolder for a while and then they just reignite. Well, the fight between the chairman, Steel Worldwide, and the outdoor chairman, the P-Glen, has flared up again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, these guys are going at it back and forth in numerous videos. The P-Glen was claiming almost all year that he doesn't watch Steel Worldwide anymore, and I guess curiosity got the best of him, and he decided to watch his video, and that set him off. He made a video of himself imitating Steel Worldwide.
Oh, no.
The chairman responded with like 3 videos, so things are like in full feud mode again.
What do you think makes him so mad, though? What do you think fuels him?
This actually started in the spring, revolving around a real life incident that took place, and I'm not going to say what it was. For those who are curious enough, you can investigate yourself and watch their old videos. You'll be able to figure it out. I'll just give you this clue. Read the comment sections of these videos. But Steel Worldwide had this to say about the P-Glen this week. Now, the P-Glen lives in Florida. He does these outdoor malt liquor videos, including a few where there's been some gators in the background. Well, Steel Worldwide said He calls them the Piss Glen. Piss Glen, walk out into that swamp, stand there, and wait for the alligators to take care of the rest.
Oh, gee.
Oh my God.
Those fighting words.
Oh my God.
And also the P. Glen actually committed something which was most people in the MLDC would consider blasphemy. He gave a shout out to what has always been considered the 4 horsemen of the MLDC. He gave just a shout out to just the 3 horsemen of the MLDC, which Falstaff, Huffy 72, and Jay Vega. He excluded Steel Worldwide. Everybody always gives a shout out to the 4 horsemen. It's not always necessarily the 4 horsemen. It's always some combination of Falstaff, Jay Vega, 209 Jay Jones, Huffy, and Fear. Depending on who you are, that determines who you think are those 4 horsemen.
How do you spell P. Glen? How is it like this?
It's let's see. Add 1 N to the end, and you might have to put a the before it. The P. Glen. There you go. There you go. No, that's not it. Huh. Try one word. The P. Glen, all one word. Yeah, just hit your regular.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. There you go. There he is.
Oh, geez.
Whoa! He turned the label. That's wrong.
Got gloves on and everything.
Gloves on. Yeah, that's it. Look at the label. Look at the label. What's he doing?
Hey, it's funny how we know the rules more than some of them. It's hilarious.
He tries to keep the label out. He's got a few medical issues. That's actually part of the reason why he wears the gloves.
Oh, okay.
I feel kind of bad for the guy. He seems like a nice guy. He'll never be a top-notch MLDC member. He'll never be one of the mass superstars. He tries, though. I give him credit.
Rare shout-out video. No fear of afraid man.
Yeah, that's what he calls Fear. He calls him the Afraid Man.
The Afraid Man.
Dude, by the way, the P. Glen is also.
Does he just dwarf like the chairman does?
Oh yeah, that's an automatic for everybody. But the P. Glen is also the self-appointed fashion plate of the MLDC, and if you look at him there, you can see why.
Yeah, he's got the tie, and yeah, he's definitely a little more trying to class it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, in his newest video, he's wearing an Angora sweater hat.
Oh my God! Yeah, these guys are characters, man. I tell you, they really are.
So that feud is really, really flaring up.
Oh, look at this!
The DKML.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a DKML video. Yes, he did.
Did you like it?
I cannot remember. I can't remember. Not too many of these guys did a DKML review. The P. Glen is one of the few who did.
I mean, do you think that would ban a lot of people if they did it? Because it technically says malt liquor, right?
Right, but a lot of people would not do it because it's craft, from a craft brewery. So to a lot of people that goes against the rules. Fear, I guarantee, would do it. He would, Fear, who claims he does not drink craft beer, will, 10 seconds later drink a craft beer on camera and give a ridiculous reason why he's doing it.
Was it Fear that was wearing like the dogfish head hat? And
that's him.
Something, and he
said, He
said something about he was shark hunting or something like that.
Yeah, he got that for killing a shark. Yes. Yeah.
Didn't we look at his Untapped page one time?
Yeah, Fear had like 1,200
awesome beers,
craft beer check-ins.
Yeah, it seems like he's living a double life here.
Yeah, double life. Yeah.
No, that's
anyone knows.
No, that's Fear. This is the P. Glen. The P. Glen's not the one that drinks the craft. other than the DKML.
Is that his wife on the side?
Actually, that is his girlfriend, who is now deceased, and has something to do with how this feud started.
Oh,
So,
not good.
If you're interested, you can go back and watch all the videos. They're still up and available for viewing. Yeah. That was Magnolia from England.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know we had
Yeah, some real life stuff occasionally creeps into the MLDC.
Wow. So is that all we got for this week?
The only other news from this week is that Fear has officially completed his 40-40s challenge.
Oh, it's official.
Before his 40th birthday?
Well, no, it's Brews 40. It's before Brews 40s.
Oh, that's Brews 40. Okay.
Yeah, 40-40s before Brews 40 turns 40. Fear completed the challenge like in 4 months. So he did a live stream today, a couple hours before this show, where he did officially announce he's going to extend it. 4 more beers. I mentioned this before. Fear himself turns 44 in December, so he's going to do 44 40s before Fear turns 44. He's got 3 more 40s, different 40s that he can, extend the challenge with, and he's trying to get 1 more. So he announced that on his live stream this afternoon, one in which he claimed he had 10 million viewers during this live stream. Now, I have finally determined how Fear determines how many viewers he has. What you do is when you're watching the live stream, and I'm assuming right now we can do this if I go to the YouTube. Yeah, like on your the YouTube page for this show, Joe, it says 8 watching now. What you do with to determine Fear's number, you take the number that it says is watching now and you multiply it by 1 million.
Hey, look good for anybody.
So yeah, there is the video of Fear, and there's Brews 40 actually. There is the man himself, the man who owns the world's largest collection of 40-ounce bottles.
And no mask.
No mask. Fear or Brews 40 never wears a mask. Fear occasionally wears a mask, but Brews 40's website is 40ouncemaltliquor.com, and I highly recommend the site. And what you're seeing is footage of Fear's BSB, BYOB, BBBBBBQ party from 2 weeks ago.
And what's his website?
Brews 40's website is 40ouncemaltliquor.com.
While we're on the subject of malt liquor, Bum, did you see that Malt Mustang chimed in on the Saturday show?
No, I didn't see that, Andrew. I heard that he did, though.
Yeah, he chimed in after, I think, a comment that you made. I think you probably what
you know what? I must have missed the comment from Malt Mustang.
Yeah, he actually made a couple of them. And he said, the one thing he said was follow the blueprint. And all of us were laughing. I think I mentioned it to Joe.
He's got like and these are clickable links, huh? Are these actual his bottle? Oh, right here. That's
all the ones at the top are the ones that he owns. You can actually, Joe, you might like this because there is an element of photography involved.
Yeah,
he's very consistent in his photography of his bottles. Then at the very bottom, you can see it's like a different, photograph. And the ones at the bottom are the ones he needs for his collection. And speaking of Malt Mustang, since you're on this site, if you go to the Schmidt and Schmidt's beer entry, which are 2 different beers on his website, actually Malt Mustang recently provided him a lot of the information that appears in his descriptions of these 2 beers.
Hey, that was made not far from me.
That's right, Andrew. That's from Jacob Schmidt, and they were bought by Heilman.
Yep. When Heilman went belly up, they closed the Schmidt Brewery down. It turned into Landmark Brewery, but they saved the city of St. Paul, and Landmark saved the Schmidt sign. They're now they're working into converting the brewery into condos, and they're going to be putting a microbrewery in there, and they put the Schmidt signs back up on both sides.
Okay. Oh, cool.
And once in a while, from where I live, back when it was Schmidt Brewery, they would a disgruntled worker once in a while would turn off the power to a couple letters, and it would spell out a certain particular cuss word.
Yeah,
which was
for all of St. Paul to see.
Which was basically a description of what the beer tasted like.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, let's get out of this. Let's talk about something that goes into that pairs well with beer. I think what is the global consensus that has to be, as a globe, as a whole planet that drinks beer, I think everyone would agree this is the beer food is pizza.
Yes, sir.
I think everyone across the world has beer and they have pizza.
I'll agree to that, Joe, but I'll also add two more. Steak and burgers.
Burger's a good one. I agree with burger.
Yeah, burgers are a good one. I don't know though, man, because there's some places that are not big on beef, but they'll have pizza. And in some places will have pizza because their native bread is so close to what a pizza looks like that they just eat it. You could just call it pizza. They just put some stuff on it, right? They put some cheese on it. They could call it pizza, right? Some of them call it naan or nan or whatever, but yeah, right?
Yeah,
when I was...
Go ahead, Tom. You can have anything. No.
When I was a kid, going to, basically fast food places with my parents in the 70s, I was shocked to walk into a Pizza Hut and they served beer there. That was like the only one of, place of that type that I went, a sit-down place where you could buy beer. And I mean, there's a hint right there, even back in the 70s, pizza with beer.
Oh, yeah.
A landmark pizza place that closed, guy by the name of Red owned it, and he literally bought the pizza parlor and the bar next door, and he literally merged the two, and he turned it into a bar pizza place that literally became a landmark in St. Paul. You want to see a good pizza? Type in Savoy Pizza, St. Paul. 7th in Lafayette. That was the original location. All the others that are out there now.
What's your favorite style of pizza?
My favorite style of pizza is what I call it. My mom and I like to call the garbage pizza, where it's got sausage, pepperoni, green pepper, onion, hot peppers on it, pineapple.
But what style though? I mean, like, do you like
thin crust?
Thin? Okay.
I'm a thin crust guy.
What kind of crust are you, Bum? Thin, Chicago style, Sicilian?
Yes.
Now Pittsburgh has its own sort of style too, don't it?
No. There's Pittsburgh style sandwiches, but no, there's no really Pittsburgh style pizza.
No.
They got Philadelphia's got the Philly. I know that.
Yeah, there's like grandma style pizza.
There's no real Pittsburgh style pizza.
Okay. And Tom, what's your favorite style as far as crust?
I mean, it kind of matters my mood. I like the thin crust if I don't want to have like a lot of bread, and I like nice crunch.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes like the Chicago style, nice deep dish with the fork and knife and going all nice and deep. But yeah,
if I were to buy a frozen pizza, I like the ones that got the rising crust. Like the freschettas.
Yeah, those are bomb.
I like those.
Can you eat frozen pizza? Do you eat frozen pizza?
Eating one right now. When you see me lean off camera, I'm chewing on one, dude. I got my mic muted.
I like all pizza. I like frozen pizza. I like supermarket pizza. I like chain pizza, Papa John's, Pizza Hut. I like mom and pop pizza. I've got dozens where I live. I've got dozens of mom and pop pizza places within a 2-mile radius of me. Yeah, I could live on pizza my entire life. However, I know that if I do that, my entire life will be a lot shorter. So I don't.
Now I know there's a place in Philly, and you know, you guys know from talking with me that I've been a little into pizza. So one of the things as far as Philadelphia, Philadelphia goes, there's a place apparently where you take a cheesesteak sandwich, you order the cheesesteak sandwich fresh, and there's a place not far from one of the famous cheesesteak places where you can get a slice that you literally put the cheesesteak on and you eat the cheesesteak inside of a slice of pizza.
What is it, a huge piece? Oh, Jesus.
So you fold the pizza around the cheesesteak. If that's not enough heart gushing calories for you, and then you consume said, right?
You're getting me hungry, man.
It does actually sound intriguing, doesn't it? It's a thing.
There's a pizza place down in Chicago. It's I think it's a family-owned chain. There's like 4 of them, and they're average size pies. If you go in there and order a slice, the pie they cut it out of is about 4 foot across. And so you're getting about a slice that's about, say, 1.5 feet, almost 2 foot, and it's about 1 foot at the outside edge where the crust is at.
That's crazy. What about a cold cheese pizza? You ever had a cold cheese pizza?
You wake up the next morning and you have pizza left over?
No. It's like a slice, right? And some places will have it back east, right? And you put it in the oven. They'll put it in the oven when you order a slice, right? And it comes out. Those slices come out smoking hot, right? So they put cold cheese on the top of it and serve it to you like that, so the cheese doesn't burn your mouth.
There is a place. Maybe about 5-6 miles from me.
There's a lot of pizza. I'm telling you, man, I can get deep. I love pizza, man.
No, there's a place that is as you described, Joe. It's called Beato's, Banksville Road, Pittsburgh, PA. All they put in the oven is the crust and the sauce. That's all they bake in the oven. They pull the pizza out as you order it. They pull that out, throw every topping on cold, and they throw it on in obscene amounts. And that's what they serve to you. The pizza with this cold cheese, cold mushrooms on top, and other cold toppings. The first time I got it, I didn't know what I was, I had no idea what I was going to be getting. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I bit into it. I was like, this is terrible. Who could eat it? And then like the second time I went back and I was like, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was the first time. Third time, hey, this is actually pretty good. Fourth time, I effing love this. It took 4 visits. It took 4 visits to win me over.
Yeah, no, let me read some of the comments we've got in the chat. Because
Red Savoy pizzas and even all their franchises, their pizza from thin crust to the top of the cheese is about 1.25 to 1.5 inches.
Now we have some good comments in the chat I got to get to because we haven't said anything about the chat. And we've got Keith Piles in there, and he says he cracked open the Chief Justice Stout. We got Jason says greetings to the man who got me started in my beer journey, and greetings to Jeffrey Lyons. We got Jeff in there, man. Nate Daddy has just released a 2-flavored malt liquor similar to Labatt Max and Steel Reserve.
Jason Voorhees is in there too.
Yeah, and then we got Rod J commenting. He good call, Andrew, on the burgers. And then my mom votes for tacos, man. But yeah, tacos ain't necessarily like.
You can't play with tacos.
I don't know how many tacos you're gonna get in Sweden, although like tacos are getting pretty damn popular, right? Like a lot of people are having tacos these days. Now in Sweden, they might have some fish tacos. Who knows, man? Right? I mean,
like taco trucks.
Sweden and Norway, they're both fishing countries.
There you go.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I wonder if you could get. They just had the NFL in Mexico. I wonder if you can get tacos at McDonald's. I'm gonna have to look that up. And then, of course, Rod J says, no fork for pizza, man.
Hey, man, it gets messy sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It depends on how much toppings you got.
You get those deep dish, man. They'd be thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's my problem. Deep dish is just too. I'll eat it occasionally, or Sicilian. I'm not super crazy. Your grandma's pizza, the grandma style pizzas are,
This actually could be a series of talks on Share a Beer, Joe. This is.
Oh yeah.
I don't think this can be covered by one show.
No, but this is a preview of what some of the subjects that will be talked about on Friday's show. I was thinking about this Friday, maybe going just back an hour. Maybe that'll help some of our people that are overseas, especially. So instead of starting at 12 Eastern, maybe we'll start just for this coming Friday, since it's a holiday for us in America, at least. And I'm off. I don't necessarily have to worry about going to work. Just this Friday show starting at 1.
Or 11 Eastern.
Or do I need to go forward? Is that what it is?
Well, I don't know. I thought you meant back. Oh, you mean forward or back?
Forward, yeah. Because I want to try to get, I'm missing some of our overseas viewers. Because I think it's coming on. Is it an hour earlier now, or is it an hour later?
Yeah, you usually used to do it at 1, and it's been happening at 12. So you want to go back to 1 or back to 11?
Yeah, to 1, just for Friday's show, to try to get more overseas people in.
Meaning it'll be an hour later for you, right, Joe?
Yeah, an hour later for me.
Okay. Oh, cool. I might be able to catch you guys at the very end of my work shift.
Yeah,
live.
that one more than likely will be a little extended, but yeah, it's I because pizza is no matter where you're at, here in America, there are as many other foods that go with pizza, but I think everyone can agree that pizza, along with beer and for some people wine, I guess, wine, yeah. But pizza and beer are the two things that bring us all together. That's for sure. I don't know too many. I have met people that don't like pizza. I have met. In my life, I think I've met 2 or 3 people that don't like pizza, and their main reason is they don't like cheese. They don't eat cheese.
It's kind of like a macaroni and cheese type of thing too.
Yeah, because if you don't eat cheese, you're not having much macaroni and cheese, right? You're like, But yeah, no, pizza is just one of those things that. You can go on and on because there's a lot to pizza. There's a lot to, I like a good New York style slice that's thin, that's crispy. You know what I'm saying? I like that nice. When I bite into it, when I make the fold, I like it to fold. I like it to stick out a little bit, not bend down too much. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be nice and stiff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, time to bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid, man. Yo, man, you just left yourself wide open. You did it, not us.
But yeah, now we got now Rod says growing up in New Jersey, never went to chains, always got the real deal from mom and pop shops. Yeah.
New Jersey's where it's at. New Jersey, New York.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Got some fantastic stuff there. I think it all plays to style though. Just about all lagers go well with pizza, but if having a stout, then I'm like with Andrew with the steak. Now there's certain once you start getting into the more craftier pizzas, they definitely go with stouts. Just depends on what you're putting on them.
Yep.
You know, they definitely go with. Man, I'm telling you, I've had tons of different styles of pizza. Tons. I just love pizza.
If you guys have never had it, I suggest it. Barbecue chicken pizza. It will.
No, barbecue chicken pizza.
It is to die for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nowadays, see, now you have, well, like Zach, Zach, our friend Zach in Denver, there's a lot of, what do you call them? Those brick oven places, fire.
Oh, that is the best way to have a pizza done.
And they have the trucks, you know what I'm saying? And they come right to where you're at. And that's, Zach has that sort of thing. There's a lot of breweries now, and you go there and they serve outside food because they have food trucks to pull up. And it just makes your experience that much better, man. You can have all these different varieties of food, while you're sampling your beers, and those are the best. I just love going to those type of breweries.
I love the. I want to go to a few pizzerias here in St. Paul and Minneapolis that do the brick oven style cooking of their pizzas, because the interior of those brick oven pizzas is between 600 and 800 degrees. And they're wood fired.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. I love all those. I'm a traditional guy. I can get into really plain stuff. I like, vanilla ice cream. I'm that guy. I like when I have ice cream. I love ice cream, and I'll sample different flavors and stuff. But when it gets down to ice cream, when you're a real true fanatic about ice cream, you're going to sample different brands. And like if each one of us made a different ice cream, it has to be vanilla, because that's the universal flavor, right? Like, and that's the base flavor. So I'm a vanilla type of guy. When I judge pizza, I like your traditional marinara, or some call it gravy. I just like the traditional marinara, the cheese, and then if you're getting a craftier pizza, they'll put the basil on there, or some sort of something like that, and that's it.
Like a Neapolitan pizza, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's what it is.
And then just the traditional, you know what I'm saying? And that's the base where you start judging some of these things at, you know what I'm saying? And then you move on to other toppings and stuff from there. If I get a topping, it's more likely just going to be pepperoni, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's not, you know what I'm saying? Just depends. Like Rajay says, they have pies and pints here. You know what? There are some pizza places I go to, and I'm like, give me a small pie, and they're like, we don't serve pie. I'm like, the hell you don't? You're a pizza place, right? Yeah. Well, give me a small pie. No, we don't have pie. I'm like, the hell you don't? You're a pizza place, right?
You're a pizza place. You don't know the term pie, man?
I swear to God.
Small, medium, large pie. What?
I'm like, you don't know pie?
You don't know pie? You don't know pizza? You're a pizza place.
You're a
slang. Pie is slang for a pizza. Come on, dude. You don't understand?
Pizza pie. What are you doing?
Pizza to pie.
Juno pie.
Give me a pizza pie.
Did you know the term pie?
Yeah, they're like, no, we don't have pies. I'm like, the hell you don't? It says pizza on the front of the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Oh my God, I've had that happen twice here.
I need a pizza pie.
Yeah. Some people, they just don't know. They literally don't know. You just call it a pie. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, yeah, give me a pie. It's funny. But yeah, it's so funny. But yeah, no, pizza's a fantastic subject. It goes with beer. I think there's no one that can say it doesn't, But we're on our way out of here, guys. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Mom and everybody in the chat, Jeff, Rod, Keith, and of course Jason, man. Hey, thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys, man. All right.
Yeah, we missed you, Mark.
Yeah, we missed Mark.
Yeah, missed Mark.
I think
I'm not going to be here Friday, Joe. I'm going to be working, and I'm going to be working Saturday till about 3. So if you have another Saturday review, I'll probably be on that.
Yeah, if we have a pop-up show, yeah, it'll definitely be Saturday. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, guys. All right, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Later.
Peace out.
See you guys.